Let's do a little bit of Spurs. We've spoken a lot about Antonio Conte already this week, haven't we? His future, but he spoke with the media yesterday. Spurs go to Palace this evening. Matt Barlow says on the back of the Mail this morning, Antonio Conte says he will quit Tottenham if he cannot come to terms with managing a club that is not ready to compete for major trophies. Again, it's a similar story on the back of the Times this morning. Tom Olnott starts off his piece by saying Antonio Conte has said he has to decide if he wants to stay as Tottenham Hotspur head coach and undertake a rebuilding job or leave. So, Gabby, what happens? Is he going to leave or is he going to undertake a rebuilding job?
I think it's like he said. Can he handle a rebuilding job? You know, it's not really what Conte does.
Do you think he can?
You know, I don't think he's got the patience. I look at the Villa game and I say to one of my friends, that's the easiest away win Aston Villa have had for years.
You dominated the game, didn't you?
It was easy, Sam. It was like playing like an under-21 team. It was easy. There was no threat from Spurs. Don't think they had a shot on target second half. It was so comfortable for Aston Villa. They were playing in second gear. And Conte would have watched that and thought, can I be bothered to do this? You know, this team...
Why did he join then, Gabby?
I don't know. But this team, they haven't got the winning mentality. Their defence is an absolute shambles. You look at Tanganga, Doherty, Sanchez, Dyer, Longley. They're just not good enough. Ben Davies are not good enough. They're 5 defenders off. Challenging.
He probably joined it because they've got a world-class stadium and one of the best strikers in the world as well. And Heung-min Son was in there as well. And those guys were scoring for fun last season. And he got promised investment, which he did. We did invest. You know, Spurs did invest last. But for some reason, it's just not working for them at the moment.
Kulusevski's injured and Richarlison, they really look like they're struggling. Brian Gale's not good enough.
They have been hit with a number of injuries, and sometimes people say don't use that as an excuse, but it has to be. Like, it has to be when 2 of your really influential signings are not there.
Bentancur was injured as well. He's a big miss, you know, in that midfield.
I can't believe I'm trying to defend them, but
so
I am.
Are you both saying then that he doesn't want to undertake a rebuilding job? And we think we're fairly certain that Daniel Levy isn't going to throw £250 million in the next 6 months. Are you saying then, Gabby, Antonio Conte won't be the Spurs manager come first game of next season?
I don't think so. I don't think he's got the patience for that. I feel like he'll look at his defenders and think, you know what, I probably need £150 million worth of defenders. You know, just not good enough back there. And Harry Kane want to stay? You know, Harry Kane's probably thinking, like, come on now, like, joke's over. Like, I want to win some trophies. I don't know, but I just don't think he's going to be happy like staying at Spurs and not winning trophies. They look a million miles away from winning a trophy.
I guess the only reason we kind of say that he won't stay is, I'm not talking about Harry, sorry, I'm talking about Antonio Conte. It's just because it's not been in his makeup before, has it? He likes these kind of short projects, and then he gets, for some whatever reason, he will move on and try something else. So I think that's probably it, isn't it?
The body language as well, though, from the players, Laura. I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, like, you know, second half's going to be tough for Villa now. They're going to come out, they're going to press. And it was like 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 75 minutes, like no pressure to try and score a goal against Aston Villa. It was honestly Aston Villa's easiest away game for years.
Do you think that Conte should be doing better, though, with this group of players? Do you think, you know, we talk about Conte being an elite level coach. Forget about money, forget about all the investment. Do you think, as a coach, he should be doing better, getting more out of this current crop, Gabby?
I think it's hard because the team that started against Aston Villa wasn't great, to be honest. You know, Brian Gill, I felt sorry for him. You know, he got dragged about 55, 60 minutes. He was a million miles off the pace, you know, and defensively, Doherty, you know, Tanganga, Dyer, Longley, Ben Davies, Perisic, you know, he's not the same player he used to be. I just think you look at Son and Kane's body language, they look like it can't just be us every week. You know, someone else, can you chip him with a goal? You know, and that group of players has got no chance of top 4 for me.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.